alongside Frank Nobilo, who was a part of that dramatic.
But really, that wasn't the story of Oakmont. It's the slick greens, you know, how firm and fast they can be. It just has that history. When you step on Oakmont, you just know you are walking on not one of the great courses in North America, but one of the great courses in golf.
Frank, they say you have to ride the wind. Boy, he got all of that one.
Got every ounce out of the conditions.
Now the approach here at the par 4 first. Playing this par 4, still not on the green after that second shot.
But still not done. A good third shot, maybe get away here with par. Remember, out of the rough. Expect the ball to jump forward a little bit.
How good was that, Frank, from the rough?
Oh, that's amazing. That's a masterclass in short game.
Didn't fare too well on this hole yesterday. Made a bogey. That's not how you picture it, Frank, when you step on that first tee.
No, you'd like to go back to that first tee right now and start again.
Something about this hole, it has not been kind. Bogey yesterday and staring at another one today. Well, you're not going
in an embarrassing game.
Relatively short par 4, second hole. Frank, what's the right play off the tee here? It's probably not driver.
It certainly isn't. You need a decent yardage in for your second shot, so you don't really want to hit it past those last of the 6 bunkers on that right side. It leaves a shot of 100, 110 yards. There's another tee box a little further up where they can make it like drivable at 265 yards, but for such a short hole, this is sort of a fearsome one. You always feel like you're making a mistake when you're putting the ball on the tee.
Drivable par 4, not for most in this field, but for this guy, yes, he has just knocked it on. What a shot. Pretty long putt right here. You'd be happy to get it to within 2-3 feet. So a long putt there and just didn't read it quite right. Birdie putt coming up. Had a bogey on this hole yesterday. You couldn't ask for much more than that, except to make it. Different day, different hole. Made bogey yesterday. He'll do better this time, it looks like. Wow, he got robbed, Frank.
No, it's like kissing your mother-in-law.
This for bogey once again. Made bogey here yesterday. Frank, it has been that kind of a tournament. Another bogey. So here we are at the third hole, par 4, again 428 yards. Frank, have you ever seen anything quite like the bunkering that we have here on the left side of this hole?
No, the church pews, they're famous, obviously, for Oakmont, and they have that tendency to drag your eye to that left side. Really, you hit anything that you can get off on the fairway off this tee, whether it's a long iron, I don't care what it is. If you want to try and hit driver down there, well, good luck, because this really is about the second shot. Somehow avoid that trouble there so you've got a second shot.
Like the looks of this one.
Oh, yeah. There's always advantage of hitting it further than most, Rich, and straighter than most. When you put the two together, it's just straight up a head start.
And he's set up for his second shot here, looking to knock it on the green. Appears to be what they call a commercial play. Very solid. On the green and looking at a birdie opportunity. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. Bogey here yesterday, chance to better that today. He'll walk away with a bogey. And we pick up action at the fourth. Frank, what's happening early in this third round? Doesn't look good.
No, it's a shocker, Rich. It really is. There's nothing like we saw the first 2 days. A series of mistakes just compounding one after the other. Really right now, talk to the caddy, talk to somebody, talk to someone in the crowd. You've got to change things around.
Long drive, but a bad lie.
Wicked.
This is EA Sports PGA Tour coverage coming up next. This is Rich Lerner alongside my colleague Frank Novelo for EA Sports, and we will be calling all the action for today's event.
Rich, I'm armed and ready. Are you?
I am. Battle gear on. Let's get it going. Frank, no leisurely stroll from the clubhouse to the first tee. Like most golf courses, here we go from an aircraft carrier on the first tee.
Yeah, it's a scary little sight trying to take off there on that opening tee shot. Green situated on a little island. 186 yards, though. That's what we've been radioed in, the yardage today.
Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green. You can't hide the flagstick from that man.
He is just unbelievable. That never deviated offline.
Not a gimme, but well within his range. Came to the putt excited to make birdie. Now, settle for par.
Yeah, little change in the attitude right now. When you've let one go, you've got to really knuckle down there and make sure you don't drop a shot. It's important this one goes in.
And so just getting started, even par so far. Now to the second hole, Frank, and just a look here. This green is clearly very heavily guarded.
Yeah, you notice that guard shack on the right there. Well, you better keep your head down because we're not sure whether or not that guard shack is actually empty.
Be a dangerous shot here at the second.
And left, trees, a little bit of sand. There's the bridge as well.
Frank, what's ahead after missing the par 3 here?
Well, a tricky little shot coming up, but really this is a difficult par 3, so if you can get this up and down, it still won't be a lost cause.
Not enough on that one.
Yeah, it just seemed to baby it.
Well, that is unfortunate, Frank. This could be a disaster if he's not able to get this out. Now ready for the explosion shot. Didn't go your way. It happens in golf, so just pick up and move on.
Well, Rich, we've got the drone. It's headed back. Told us it's 216 yards to the middle of the green. If we can just aim a little right of the gun turret on the destroyer, that should be a good line.
Well, this is the definition of a blind tee shot right here. But you need all of the modern equipment, the modern telecommunications, just to try to get you zeroed in on where you're supposed to go.
Well, maybe you can capture the flag here, though, with a birdie. Should be safely on deck.
This is a long putt. Really, the key is the speed. If it drops, that's a bonus. Looks like he just misread that. Shouldn't be a problem here. Bit of a struggle early on at 3 over. Frank surveying this hole. It appears as though your normal laser or rangefinder won't be good enough.
Well, we could always radio in the yardage there, but the radio tower, personally, I prefer sonar.
Frank, this golf course is surrounded by water, just a few tiny islands strung together to create these 18 super cool looking par 3s.
Yes, Rich, and with all that water comes a lot of lost balls. When this base was still active, many of the soldiers would play the course in the tee box. They'd just get backed up really quickly. It was so bad that they created a local rule for balls in the water. So if you hit your ball in the water, you do what they've always done. You just drop one up next to the green and you take a stroke penalty. Pretty good rule.
And rolls it in. Nice putt. This is the par 3 fifth, Frank. This one goes back towards that destroyer, which came out of nowhere just a few holes ago. Glad we didn't pick that tower.
Well, anything to the right, and you'll definitely be swimming. Actually, we'd have to bring in the Navy SEALs probably to get it up and down from there. Now, this is not heading in the right direction.
No, it looks like it's going to be in the rough. Into the tall cabbage. That ball is swallowed up. Second shot coming out of the rough here. And he's made the green. So a tester from 4 feet. Oh, I thought he had that. Oh, man.
I just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. This one just requires a little bit of focus. So, with that, 3 over par now for the round. Now up to the 6th tee. We're back against that destroyer. Frank, you need to take it over that small island?
Yeah, once again, you're going to have to pick a very good target in the distance. Now, we know the shared greens at St. Andrews. Well, this is actually a shared green just cut by that little sand path that goes through the middle. This green is shared with the 8th, but still, this is a long par 3, and for some people out there, it'll be a case of ready, aim, and driver.
Getting set for this next shot from the rough, what does the player need to be careful of here, Frank?
Well, this is where we're going to see exactly how good they are because, you know, that's not exactly the best lie, but it's sort of doable if you know what you're doing.
That is a tremendous shot right there. Touch and nerve. He had it all, and he has the bottom of the barrel. 150 yards left to the flagstick here. Now on to the 7th, and Frank, this potentially a tricky hole.
Green well protected in the short and to the right there by that concrete blockade. Green lines up nicely, not overly long too. And really just a nice shot on target. Just be wary of the breeze, though, in case it's coming off the water. It'll blow it towards those palm trees.
And you don't want to get stuck down in the trenches either. This is a good-looking shot. Superb shot.
Well, it's as good as it's going to get. There's going to be no worries about making some momentum moving in the right direction.
It was rocky there for a stretch, but now he's rolling. Partner, look at that. Left here at the 8th hole. You and I could shoot a little hoop. You want to play a little donkey?
Yeah, it's very observant of you, Rich. Also, the barracks just up ahead that protect the left side of this green. So there's a lot of visual intimidation on this par 3. Follow the sandy trail, and there's green at the end.
Frank, there's fairway, there's rough, and then there's mulch.
Yeah, the worst thing about the mulch is all these little chips around the ball, and that's the ball doesn't sit up. And once